Hey friends, can you believe it's week 40 already? We got 40 of these challenges out for you guys, and this week's I was a little, I wasn't quite sure how I'd film it, so I decided I'd just give you a little short clip and talk to you about it. But my challenge to you guys this week is to learn to ride by yourself in a group. Some of you that might not make sense. But there's so many times that, especially those of us that ride in a group setting, we ride with other people, we've got friends, family, whatever. It's easy for you guys to get going down a trail and basically you fall in line and it turns into the dude string type of deal, I'm not saying that that's bad, I'm just saying that there's some things that could come of that might be undesirable to you, and especially those of you, if you're following this challenge, if you're paying attention to these weekly deals, then just following in line is not going to interest you. I already know that. Just the type of person you are to watch these videos tells me that you're not interested in just poking on down the trail, So I wanted to kind of give you a couple ideas of things you can do to ride by yourself in a group. The first one, this is my favorite. I do this every ride I go on, all over the country. Wherever I ride, I do this. But you don't have to stay in line. Remember, there's no rules there for you that makes you stay in line, I guess, unless you're in some national park. Other than that, you're free to go. So one thing I like to do, especially with a mule that maybe has a little tendency to be herd bound, is I'll maybe go off the trail to the right, maybe 10, 20, 30 foot, and I'll ride parallel to the group for a minute. You're close enough you can still talk and visit and be friends, but then you come on back to the trail and stay there for a second. And then I'll go off to the left and do the same thing. Now you kind of use common sense, and whenever the terrain offers that to you, it'll be the time to take advantage of it. I know there's some times where you couldn't do that, so hopefully you guys can kind of think outside the box, because sometimes I'll get folks that say, well, geez, Ty, where I ride, I can't do that. I understand you can't always do that, but I've managed to find a way to do that pretty much all over this country, wherever I've been able to ride, and in other countries too. So just kind of stretch that rubber band to get to where you can ride off to the left a little ways, right off to the right a little ways, and pretty soon you can get quite the distance and your mule's not so herd bound. That'd be really good for you. The other thing that you can do quite a bit of is practice your mulemanship while you're going down the trail. Even if you're kind of stuck in line, you can always practice your mulemanship. You can work on picking up a soft feel. You can work on rolling the hinds, rolling the front, serpentines. You can practice being intentional as you ride. Instead of just poking down the trail and kind of forgetting about being intentional, you can say, hey, mule, can we go to the left of that twig? Can we go to the right of that little rock? Can we go over that little log? Can we go here? Can we go there? And you be a little more intentional about, where you're directing your mule. And the last thing that I'd suggest to you is don't let the leader of your little line of folks ride all your mules. You guys have heard me talk about this in the clinics, but so many times there'll be 4 or 5 of you kind of going down the trail, and the person out front is the one riding all the mules. Basically, if he goes, they'll go. If he stops, they'll stop, and it's just like a little train of mules. Try to avoid this, and I like to keep enough distance between me and another person. You guys that have been to the clinics, when I get you guys doing transition work and all that, I always have you guys stay 2 mule lengths away from the next person all the way around you. And I'd suggest the same thing out on your ride so that you can ride your mule. So anyways, there's just a couple thoughts for you on how to ride by yourself in a group. I want your mule dialed into you. I want them focused on you, not just focused on the butt in front of them. So anyways, thank you guys for following along for 40 weeks now. I hope you've enjoyed these. I got some good ones coming up. So anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.